Hi, I'm Don. In 2011, I was homeless. I was also a hardcore street-level drug addict. And when I say that, what I mean is that I would do almost anything to get high. And when I did, there was no telling where I'd wake up, in an alleyway, in a mental hospital, or even jail. I also had many mental health issues that were so challenging that even the courts had declared me to be insane. And there's more. By that time in my life, I had already served over 20 years in prison, mostly for bank robberies. Looking back at my life, I couldn't figure out why it had become what it was, or what I needed to do to turn it around. When I started getting high at the age of 10, I just knew that I was uncomfortable in my own skin. I just wanted to escape, and I was willing to do anything to get away from this feeling of discomfort, of unease, and I just wanted to escape. By the time that I was 13, my life had become so out of control that my parents had me committed to an inpatient drug program. They thought that I'd be home in a few months, but I never went home again. Instead, the rest of my teenage years were spent in youth homes, in juvenile detention facilities, and even youthful offender prison. And I was sentenced to adult prison for the first time at age 16. My adult years were more of the same, but worse. The drugs got harder, the prison sentences got longer, and it began to take its toll on me. And so in 2011, I was completely worn out. I was isolated and alone and disconnected from other people in the world. I thought that there was no way my life would ever turn around. I thought that I was a horrible person, and I came to believe that the only way out was to take myself out. But one day I had an awakening. I realized that I was not a horrible person. I realized that I was just as good as you. I realized that I had been looking at it all wrong. I saw that I was worth fighting for. And so I did. I reached out for help and I started putting in the work, and my life did an amazing 180. For the first time in my life, I was finally able to get clean and stop using drugs. I went from being isolated and alone to having true friends and connections, and I also learned how to be a friend. I went from not knowing how to love or be loved to meeting the love of my life, getting married, and having two wonderful boys who are the light of my life. I went back to school for software development and landed an entry-level programming job. I worked hard and I advanced, and I wound up leading teams and becoming the director of software development, making software that integrates with banks. The founder of my company even said, "Don's transformation is simply amazing. To have overcome such adversity and, on top of that, to lead teams and create solutions that have helped our company grow from a local startup to the international success it is today is a testimony to the greatness within all of us that Don speaks of." I realized that I needed to give back and help people. So I began speaking at treatment centers, at high schools, at detoxes and homeless shelters, spreading the message that anyone, absolutely anyone, can have the life they want and become the person that they want if they can just catch a glimpse of the greatness they have within and have the courage to take action and chase what is rightfully theirs, a fulfilling life full of love and happiness and success. And today, I know as sure as I am breathing that the greatest thing that I can do is to spread this message of hope. And if I do, at least one person will hear it. They'll catch a glimpse and see the same thing that I saw that day, and their life will be forever changed.